What's up, it's Cody. I'm on my 110th day of doing the Odin project. And if you're new to this channel, a couple codes is mine and my wife's channel for documenting our journeys into web development by doing the Odin project open source curriculum. If that sounds interesting to you, then definitely be sure to hit that subscribe button below. If you're already a subscriber, then you probably noticed a couple things are different with. One thing, I got this slick looking haircut, feeling 10 pounds lighter without all those golden locks falling from my head. And I feel a lot better. Emma and I cut my hair last night. I did most of it. It's something that I've been doing for a while, and she helped me touch up, and she also cuts her own hair, and then I help touch up the back of her hair as well. As I said, it's something I've been doing for a while. I like enjoying the process of learning things, and cutting your hair, especially cutting the back, can be very difficult, but it is something that I'm getting better at each time, and yeah, just something I enjoy. In addition to that, you probably noticed there's something wrong with my lip. Although I did celebrate St. Patty's Day, I didn't get a fight at a bar. I just have a cold sore. It's annoying, disgusting. It's not great to look at. It's pretty painful times. I was gonna do just a sharing of the screen, but I've had cold sores before. It's not a big deal. Gone to work, I've gone out in public with cold sores. Sometimes I get embarrassed about them, but I try to get over it because it's not a big deal and it will go away. So sorry about the cold sore, ugly, but hopefully the haircut will make up for it. But forget about that stuff. Let's just jump into what I did today. Not too much that I got done today. I was messing around with dates within JavaScript and just trying to understand how my data was coming back from the database. Sometimes it was coming up as just a timestamp and not a string. So I fixed some of that stuff. Not terribly complicated or super relevant for this stuff. I was literally just adding toString for when the dates are initialized. So I'm not going to show you that. But today I added the ability for the Save Edits button to actually update both the database and also the local state so that this table will re-render once they submit the attribute edits. So if we click on this attribute here and we click to edit it, slipperiness, sliminess, wonderful attribute. However, if you want to modify this wonderful attribute, you want to come here and make some edits. And I'm just going to do some random stuff quick about it. And you can click this and you'll see that the new attribute data is down here and it's successfully updated within the lexicon. If we look over here within the database and we sort this by descending date modified, we will see that that new attribute that edited attribute actually updated within the database here. So that's all working correctly. Let's take a look at the code here. Handle submit is the function that's going to fire when the save edits button is clicked. It'll check if any keys have been modified. It'll get the attribute ID from the old attribute object. It'll then change the old attribute object date modified. It'll also set that to the attribute state within this edit attribute window, since we're using a state to monitor that and monitor the input changes that the user is giving. We're then going to update the attribute in the lexicon state within the view lexicon parent component. So that takes an attribute ID, a new attribute object, and modified keys, which over here. Here it is. It's a callback, so we can use it within that child component. Again, attribute ID, new attribute object, modified keys. We're going to create a new lexicon from the old lexicon state. Then we're going to get the specific attribute, which is the old attribute by ID. We're going to loop over those modified keys, check each value in that array so that we can use the appropriate method within the old attribute object to set the name, definition, valuation, the modality, etc. Once we're done actually modifying the old attribute, then we're going to update the date modified for that old attribute, and then we'll set the lexicon state. And so this is what is actually going to then prompt then the table to update itself to what has been changed within the lexicon state. Go back here. The next is to update attribute data within the database. So that's this database reference here. Same two arguments that we had up there to update the database data. And then this is just to toggle out of the window, so then you come back to the table and see that it has been updated. And so yeah, that's all I have for you guys today. So thanks for tuning in. Really appreciate it. Just want to say it's been really nice hearing people reach out in the comments section and letting us know their thoughts and also their experiences, where they're at in their journeys with web development. Even a couple people said that they were inspired by these videos. So that's very helpful for us and also just very inspiring. Likewise, to help us to keep making these videos and continue on with our journey. So I just want to say thanks, guys. But yeah, I'll be back on Wednesday with my vlog. So I will see you then and have a great week.